Miss Barr presents to you A Book with an Adventure. A book with a mystery. Our next book is, drum roll please, our next book is Mandie and the Singing Chalet. Mandie and the Singing Chalet was written by Lois Gladys Lepard. Lois Gladys Lepard wrote her first book, Mandie and the Secret Tunnel, at the age of 11. However, the book was published much later after being put aside for several years. Miss Lepard attended Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina. She currently lives in South Carolina. Miss Lepard is known to be a successful writer. She has sold over 6 million copies of her Mandie books. Mandie and the Singing Chalet is book 17 of 40 in the Mandie series. All Mandie books are mysteries. The Mandie series is based on Miss Lepard's mom's life. The book we will be reading is only 176 pages long. The book was published by Bethany House Publishers in July of 1991. The Mandie series is set in the earliest 20th century. The book we will be reading has a very interesting setting. Mandie is from the small city of Asheville, North Carolina. Most of the Mandie books take place in Asheville. However, the book we will be reading takes place in Switzerland. Mandie is in Switzerland for a vacation. The book takes place in the earliest 20th century. In order to understand the book better, we need to know about the earliest 20th century Switzerland and America. In the early 20th century Switzerland, there was industrialization, World War I and World War II. During the industrialization period, Switzerland's economy was based on French Protestants running from persecution. Capital needs of industry and railway infrastructure boosted the economy. In World War I, Switzerland was strongly supporters of being neutral during the war. After war, Switzerland played a key role in founding the League of Nations. During World War II, Switzerland was surrounded by fascist forces. During war, Switzerland increased their amount of agricultural production. Switzerland was dependent on natural resources from other places. Because of their dependency, it was clear to Swiss forces that they could not remain neutral. During the early 20th century, America faced a time of tremendous changes. They faced a time of industrialization and progressive reforms. During industrialization, America faced adverse effects from industrial growth. Quality of life changed as industrialization continued to grow. Divorce rates also increased during this time of industrialization. Reporters began to criticize different aspects of society during this time, causing disruptions in living. This was also a time of progressive reforms in America. This time was a time in which America believed in the promise of American life. Reformers supported laws that were designed to fulfill such promises. Because of the reformers, we see now the Pure Food and Drug Act and Meat Inspection Act, Federal Reserve Act, Federal Trade Commission, Clayton Antitrust Act, and the 17th Amendment to the Constitution. You may ask, what is the plot of the book? In this book, we find a young girl named Mandie. Mandie's on vacation in Switzerland when she hears mysterious singing from a large abandoned chalet on a hill. When Mandie hears the singing, Mandie and her friends set out to find out the cause of the mysterious singing. This leads Mandie to find herself in danger. In order to find out the solution to the story, we will be reading Mandie and the Singing Chalet in class. Head on over to the library today to pick up your copy.